Okay. Freaking Leticus? Leticus is screwing around again. Just like Bonga. Okay. So the next optional boss... We need to get on the Sandcraft. And if you remember, there's a horseshoe-shaped island that seemingly nothing happens with. Well, that's where we need to go now. There it is. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that would not be it. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Fire a harpoon. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, first I think we have to shoot the missiles at it. Okay, fine. Be that way, jerk. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, we'll just head to Jolly Roger. Teleport to Lombardia. Lombardia. Where the hell? Where's my beep and beep? Where is my beep and beep? Where the hell's the teleport orb? Oh, I'm still on the Sandcraft. No wonder. Oh boy. I'm smart. I am so smart. Okay, so we want to head to that island and shoot a missile there. That's what we want to do. Just keep firing a missile. There it is. Now he's flailing around. Now we want to go there with the Sandcraft. Thing's freaking going nuts, dude. Something huge slides towards the Sandcraft through the quicksand. Engage evasive maneuvers to avoid incoming object. I guess we want to say no. The approaching menace collides with the hull and morphs into a dull-colored beast. You know about this monster, and you're about to get a taste of its terror. So this is Balal Quo Naga again. But this is the real fight with him, so to speak. So if you have the Arc Smasher, you can pretty much take him out extremely quickly. So it's only really a challenge if you haven't upgraded the Sandcraft at all. In fact, I don't know if it would actually be possible then, but I suppose it might be. Fire all ammo at once. Boom, boom, boom. Over 850,000 damage. And that's it. So that was easy enough, wasn't it? And we get an X-File key. 30,000 Gala, 60,000 experience. Very nice. Too bad we couldn't farm on that. That'd be nice. And if you were curious, it can do Quicken to increase its speed. It has a physical attack. It can heal its HP to full. And it has a single target thunder attack. Not that any of that matters, but yeah. Okay. So that takes care of that. Okay. Last time we'll ever have to use the Sandcraft, I think. I could be wrong, but I think. And I guess we can go to Humphrey's Peak and read Chapter 9. Was it Chapter 9 that we have? Yeah, it is. Okay. Coolio. Coolio, 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 coolio. Oh, we have a lot of money, though. But yeah, the trick to getting money is there's an enemy on the first level of the Abyss called Coludus that eats your money. And then basically, when you defeat it, you get the money back, but your money will be doubled because we have Gala Boost. So, and the more money you have, the more it takes, so yeah, that's the best way in the game to get money. So, gonna have to farm for some money there. I guess we'll stay here. I'll stay here. Don't you forget about me. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. You're up, Mr. Clive. Alright. Chapter 9. Chapter 9, A Tale of Early Summer. Grandma, I'm home. Huh? The usual Radio 9 that runs at this hour isn't on. What gives? Grandma Dahlia, are you there? Casually looking into the kitchen, I dropped my pack in surprise. Grandma was in the kitchen, both hands grasped and crying uncontrollably. Her bony hands held her white apron tightly. Grandma, what's wrong? It's nothing, Jack. Hurrying to her, Grandma hastily shoved the white object in her hand into her apron. A rustling of paper was heard. Grandma, is that... By intuition, I realized what it was. It's a letter from Mom. I won't let you burn it this time. I grabbed the letter from Grandma's hands and ran outside. Jack, stop! You shan't read it! I'm sorry, Grandma. I left Grandma in the dust, a 50-year age difference is big, and ran up the Riverside Road to the transporter. The Crimson Castle is colored red in the afternoon sun. I sat myself down on the edge of the fountain in the inner court. Calming my breath down, I tried to open the letter. Oops! Looks like the front and back of the letter got stuck together because of the sweat from gripping too hard. Restraining myself from ripping the thin paper, I carefully peeled open the last crease of the letter. Okay, that should do it. Letting go of the finger that opened the letter, I nervously read what's inside. I felt a hammering shock running through my head. Notice of death. Clementine Bexon. The mechanically typed letter slipped out of my hands. It's a lie! I thought. I screamed out loud, but my tongue was tense, and all that came out was an indecipherable utterance. No! An incredible amount of various emotions invaded my whole head. Darn it! Darn it! What have I... No. Repeatedly cursing to something, or anything at all, I falteringly walked inside the castle. Upon reaching the usual room, I opened the cupboard. Holding back my pulsation and suffocation, I pulled out the design plans of all the planes I've made. There were more than what two hands could carry, and it made me feel miserable. Returning back to the fountain, I violently slammed the load down. Placing dried branches on top of it, I twisted a plan sheet to make a fuse. Strangely, I felt no grief or sorrow. A very pure and lucid feeling filled inside of me. Farewell, Mom. I took out a match from my back pocket and lit it. I moved the fuse up to the small fire. But at that moment, a white arm extended to stop my right hand. Turning back, Marival was standing with a calm complexion. "Let me go." "No, I won't." "I said let go," I yelled as my voice turned into a snuffle. "No, I won't." Just as the red match flame burned out, my emotions snapped. "I can't stand it. There's no more use to any of this." Yelling, I slammed my palms down on the ground. "What are you doing?" She shook as she tried to stop me. "These hands, they're so powerless." Even in the end, I couldn't hold Mom back. I was left behind, just like when Mom went away. The same way. The last part didn't come out. Marival came by my side in silence. "Your hands are not powerless." She was looking at me with a kind face. "Come, don't cry so much. You're a man." She opened my hands that I gripped so tight, the nails almost dug in. And then she wrapped my muddy hands with her own hands. "Jog your memories. You've accomplished much with these hands, haven't you? The way you folded the paper airplanes at Reese's violin contest, saving Violetta from the kidnapper. You did all this with your own hands." "See?" Marival smiled as she looked into my eyes. "I know it's hard to be left behind, but don't blame yourself for it." She spoke as if half of it was aimed at herself. I looked up and felt my eyes get heavy with tears again. But these tears were different from the ones before. Actually, I already realized it. That my dream of one day making an airplane, regardless of what started it, had deeply rooted itself into my heart. Yes, I'll do it for myself, not for someone else. To fly the sky for my own dreams. That's the spirit. Handing me a handkerchief smelling of sweet pansy perfume, she smiled the most beautiful smile. "Next time I'm going to attach a simple motor to the craft," I said as I struck my leg into the transporter. "That sounds interesting." Marival smiled behind the rising curtain of light with her hands crossed. "Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be waiting." The transporter activated. Even after I reached down, I felt the sweet scent of pansy flowing from the transporter. Today was an unusually hot and muggy day. "It sure is summer already," muttered the obvious like grandma. I pulled on my shirt as I went outside. Drawing water from the well into the watering pot, I was watering the half-shriveled rose bay when I heard a light metal crank. "Jack!" Wearing a flower-patterned dress, Violetta was waving her hands from a bicycle. "Hi, Violetta, what's up? You know, we're having a party tonight at my house. It's my big sister's birthday, but I wanted you to come as part of my saying thanks to you." Tilting her head as she asked, I raised the watering pot. "You've got good food, right? I'm there. Can I invite Reese and Marival too?" "Of course. I was going to ask you to do just that." Violetta laughed and went back up the road after a short goodbye. I guess she's still too embarrassed to invite them herself. Is it a girl's way of thinking? Oops, no time for deep thinking. Since I live clean but poorly, another sad story. I don't have any decent clothes. I'll have to go borrow some from Marival. I threw the watering pot back and ran off to tell the others about the party. It's good to air my dresses sometimes. Doing her hair up into a ball, she said it's to hide her pointy ears, Marival wore a simple blue sleeveless dress and had a wine glass in one hand. "Oh, she's a lush." "Good for you. It's not for me, though." Wearing the outfit that I absolutely wanted to refrain from, a bow tie and shorts, I munched on the smoked salmon on rye wheat crackers. Oh, that sounds good. I want some of that. "Don't be so sulky. It fits you well." "I'd rather have you say I don't." "Jack, do you hate it that much?" "Lucky for you, Reese. You're wearing a tuxedo." "You say that, but if I wear shorts it'll fit me so well that you'll get disgusted." "You have a point there, but..." "You two." Mr. Bubka's greeting is about to start. I guess I'll listen since he invited us. "How admirable, Reese." Answering listlessly, I at least looked towards the stage. Mr. Bubka wiggled his large body up to the stage and cleared his throat. Not betraying his appearance, he spoke out with a thickly voice. "Ahem! Everyone, we are gathered to have you all get..." "What the hell?" We are honored to have you all gathered here tonight for my daughter's birthday. Please enjoy yourselves to your heart's content. Doing so will become a memory of her. Happy birthday when she grows into an adult and acts as the seeds of kindness towards all. He says some nice things. I don't want to bore you with a long speech. Everyone, please hold your glasses up. Cheers! A boisterous chant was raised. Pleasant clinking sounds echoed everywhere. You're here! With a flower in her lightly curled hair, Violetta walked up to us. I gratefully accept your invitation. Violetta looked surprised by Marivol's archaic manner. Yes, I'm honored to have you here. Her words came out a little awkward, following up to the archaic speech, so we unconsciously laughed. What's so funny? Violetta slashed out, looking a little embarrassed. Reese calmly parried her. Sorry, I'll play the violin with you to make up for it. Huh? You have the piano out, right? Or did you not want to play with me? It's not that, but are you sure? Reese smiled gently at Violetta, who was now bright red. Of course, I love your piano. Thank you, said Violetta in a small voice as she smiled like a blossoming flower. It's getting awfully hot here. Marivol and I exchanged glances and went out to the terrace to cool off. Oh boy, that Reese. He's got talent as a player. I griped and rested my chin in my hands on the rail. Marivol twirled her long skirt around towards me. There was an impish smile on her white face. Don't be so jealous. You'll find a good girl in due time. It's nothing like that. I couldn't dare say that I felt sad that Reese is growing up faster than me. There's no reason to rush and become an adult, is there? Startled by her words, I found Marivol looking at me with a mysterious color in her eyes. Sorry. It's all right. I'm used to being left behind. She tried to act strong, but the air of sadness coming from her was so painful. I walked away towards a small shadow. The sonata of Reese's and Violetta's duet flowed from the windows. Doesn't this remind you of something? Aha! It's very similar to the night I was on the terrace, watching the moon, when you came in and broke the silence. That's right. It seems like it happened years ago, but it hasn't even been 1 year yet. There were a lot of things since then. Marivol narrowed her eyes and looked up at the night. Something smells really nice. It's the smell of black lilies. The season's already come. Ah, it's a wonderful scent. Marivol turned around swinging her wound hair. What is it? Jack, look up there. Looking up at the sky, there was a flashing star that surely didn't exist yesterday. Was a new star born? No, it's the light of a dying star. That's sad that a star is at its most beautiful when it's dying, but new stars are born from them as well. That's very romantic. Surrounded by the smell of flowers, we stood there just watching the blue moon. And thus ends Chapter 9. Alright, good stuff. We'll take another rest. Gotta get those... Gotta get that garden harvesting, you know? You must. If the garden's not harvesting, you must acquit. That's just the way it is. Okay. So we'll drop a save.